As a parent myself, it's vital that my children grow up in safe and affirming environments where they can thrive. That's what today is all about. Black children should hang out on a safe and appropriate internet where they can engage with digital content and tools that are developmentally appropriate, culturally affirming, and fun. This is how they can build the digital skills that they need to compete and the skills that they need to thrive. We also hope to see a world where Black children can live and play in safe communities, where they can grow up in supportive both physical and social environments. They'll then experience a sense of community that promotes long-term well-being. Finally, every Black child should attend a school that affirms and expands them. Participating in schools that support who they are, celebrate who they are, that expands the potential for who they can become.
Good day. My name is Greg Corbin, and I serve as the VP of Affiliate Services for the National Cares Mentor Movement. And what we do is help find mentors for Black children so that they have pillars of support as they matriculate through life. We do this through an affiliate network all over the country. But what I want to talk to you today specifically about is the National Black Child Development Institute's Essential 8 focuses and outcomes for Black child development. And one of them being making sure our children are seen as children. When Black children are perceived as children, their self-expression, imaginative exploration is protected. And how can we do this? One is to encourage their creativity, to create space for them to cultivate and dream big. Second, make sure you expose them to things that they have not seen. Make sure that it is aligned with the things that they want to see in the world. If they want to be a carpenter, if they want to be an astronaut, take them to NASA. If you can't go to NASA, pull it up on YouTube. If they want to be a scientist or they want to be an engineer, take them to a museum. Expose them to things that are going to cultivate what they want to become. We understand when children are in a space of safety, their innocence, their opportunity for innovation can come to the surface. It is up to us to make sure that we lay a path for them to dream and dream big and use the magic of their imagination to push boundaries so that innovation can take place and change the world while they're creating the world that they want to see. Without imagination, without creativity, we don't have Lewis Latimer, who created the filament so that the light bulb could shine. We don't have the Benjamin Banneker, who designed Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. We don't have the Amanda Gorman, who spoke at the presidential inauguration in 2021. We don't have the Marley Diaz, who is now creating opportunities of literacy as a young lady for children all over the country. So make sure our children are seen as children by protecting their dream, their ability to envision a world that's better than the one we have already created. It is our duty to make sure they can imagine things that aren't seen yet.
Hello, I'm Jeanette Betancourt, Senior Vice President, U.S. Social Impact at Sesame Workshop. We are incredibly high supporters of NBCDI's 8 outcomes for all children's well-being, but most importantly, how they focus on really having children be children. We feel strongly that that's the biggest foundation for the well-being of all children, and thus the 7 additional other outcomes really tie to that. We congratulate NBCDI's work and focus on all children, but especially the well-being of our Black children. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nassim Bradford, and I support the communication work at NBCDI. I have truly been inspired by their mission and their work across the 8 essential outcomes for Black child development. One of those outcomes we are highlighting today is that all Black children can attend a school that affirms and expands them. One of the reasons why that is so vital is so that schools can embolden and develop young leaders, like the ones we're about to hear from right now. Enjoy their wonderful conversation.
My name is Bryson Best, and I'm 12 years old, and I wrote the book Touchdown Time when I was 7.
Okay. Hi, my name is George Latham IV, and I'm 9. I wrote 2 books, I Can Be and I Can Be Sports Edition. I wrote I Can Be when I was 6, and I wrote I Can Be Sports Edition when I was 8.
Hey, George.
Hi, Bryson.
How you doing today?
I'm feeling fine today.
So, is it okay if I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah.
So, my first question is, what activities and games make you feel like you fit in?
The activities and games that make me feel like I fit in is, so I play 2K and I play Roblox in the house, and I play basketball outside in my backyard.
That's great. I love basketball, so I get where you're coming from.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question if that's all right with you. And it's going to be the same question that you asked me. What games or activities do you like that make you feel like you fit in?
As you said, basketball outside. I love 2K, love Madden because I play football, and then FIFA because I play a little bit of soccer. I'm not the best at it, but I'm decent. And then yeah, that's it.
Okay.
My next question for you is, do grown-ups hear you out when you're talking about your feelings?
Yes, they do. And it's just important to me that they do hear me out, because sometimes I'm going to have to express my feelings to the grown-ups, and it's just important to me.
I understand.
Okay, can I ask you a question if that's all right with you?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be the same question again. Do grown-ups hear you out when you talk about your feelings?
Yes, my parents hear me out all the time when I'm talking about my feelings, especially this year. This year has been tough, but they've helped me push through this year. But it's just about having a mindset that you could do anything you want to do. The feelings, you can't let them stop you. You just gotta keep going. You can't let anything stop you. So you just gotta keep pushing, and life goes on.
That's a great explanation. Thank you.
Thank you. My next question for you is, which toys do you feel like that you play with just remind you of you?
So I have like Minecraft Legos that I have that I build, and I also play Minecraft. It's one of my favorite games.
I understand. My cousin plays a lot of Minecraft, so I don't really play it that much, but I mean, I've seen a little bit of gameplay.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question. When do you feel like a big kid, and when do you feel like a little kid?
I feel like now that I'm 12, I have a lot more responsibility around the house and outside the house. I get to make my own decisions more, because now when you get older, your parents stop babying you, so you gotta, it's just, they gave you the baton and you gotta run with it. So, I mean, I'm 12 now, so I feel like I'm a big kid. I'm not a, like, adult yet, but I feel like I am on that path. And I felt like I was a little kid when I was about 10, because I didn't have chores around the house. But now I can tell that my responsibilities are getting bigger and bigger. So.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation. That was great.
Thank you. My next question for you is, have you ever been happy to see a toy, book, or movie that just reminded you of yourself?
There's a book in my bookshelf. It's called Elroy Jakes, and the book is about where the main character, Elroy Jakes' dad, he teaches him how to play basketball. And it just reminds me when my dad teaches me how to play basketball.
That's great, because my dad also taught me how to play basketball, so I feel like that can connect to many other children too. Okay. My next question is, where can we buy your book and how can we stay connected with it?
You can buy my book from my website, www.georgelathamIV.com. And you can stay connected with my book by checking out my Instagram, BiddyG4, and my Facebook, George Latham the Fourth.
I'll make sure to stay connected with your book.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to ask you those same 2 questions that you just asked me, okay?
Okay.
Do adults let you make choices, or do they decide for you?
Now that I'm older, I get to make my own decisions most of the time. It just depends on how big the choice is. If it's like 50-50, because it just depends on what it is, as I said. But when you get older, more responsibilities, and just your parents give you the opportunities to just go, because you're gonna learn either way. If you make a bad decision, you'll know not to do it again, but if you make the right one, you'll know to keep doing it. So it's just it's life.
Okay, so the last question, where can we buy your book and how can we stay connected with it?
You guys can buy my book on the Kidno Sports website, and you guys can stay connected with it through social media, the Kidno Sports YouTube, the Kidno Sports Instagram.
Thank you for this nice interview, Bryson. I hope to see you again someday.
All right, thank you.
I'm Raven Moore, Director of Narrative and Movement Building at NBCDI. Thank you for joining us all week long as we celebrate National Black Child Development Week. NBCDI is excited to bring you a week of highlighting and sharing our 8 essential outcomes. Now, act on your learning and learn more about your state's education system, the state boards, the local school boards, and parent-teacher associations. Get involved and tell us what you find and your next move. Let's shape education together. Tag at NBCDI_ and use the hashtag Igniting Revolution, hashtag NBCDW24, and hashtag NBCDI when uplifting your community so we can share. Check out our YouTube or Facebook page to rewatch any of our webinars throughout this week, and stay connected by visiting our website at NBCDI.org. Check out our social media each evening for a way for you to participate and possibly win an NBCDI giveaway. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.